The last Tank fight, Leo Santa Cruz fight. What was your thinking going into that fight? It was a big fight for him. And what was your thinking going into that fight for him?
It was a huge fight. It was Tank's first pay-per-view fight. He's fighting a tremendous champion in Leo Santa Cruz, a 4-division world champion. And you hear the critics out there saying he was too small and he was that, but that's just because, you know, jealousy plays a big role in like everything. Everything, you know, we knew it was.
Hate what they can't be.
There you go.
Or they project their fears on you. Like, I'm worried about this, so let me try to make you, like, no, it's not that.
You know, and we knew that was a pathway that would lead to, you know, Tank establishing himself as a pay-per-view star. You know, he still has a ways to go, but it was a great segue because, again, Leo Santa Cruz was a 4-division world champion and recognized in all of boxing as an excellent fighter, and we knew that he, you know, he was going to put his country on his back, and he was coming to bring it.
Yeah.
He was coming to bring it, and he showed you that. It was a terrific fight. You know, with a lot of back and forth the first few rounds, and then Tank just set him up and hit him with the big shot that obviously went viral. You know.
That was special. That uppercut, bro.
Man.
Posted, so we didn't. That was the one where they posted, right?
Yeah.
They had us film ourselves, kind of watching the fight, and when the knockout happened, it was incredible.
Incredible.
Everybody was commenting on that. Braun, everybody, Magic, everybody, everybody.
But that's what you want to see in boxing. Like, you don't see too much of that, especially from a smaller guy, you know, with so much power. You know, everybody was like, what's Tank Davis, Tank Davis? But y'all don't know the Tank Davis we know. And the power that he showed that fight to get that knockout, you know, people want to see knockouts. You don't see that much these days, not even in heavyweights.
That's exactly why, Jack, that he's the most exciting fighter in the entire sport.
Right.
You know, because he has the ability to connect with this younger generation. And that's why, in his case, that, you know, he's been through a lot of the things that most of our culture understands.
Yes.
You know, so he's a very, very relatable person. That's why they gravitate to him. They come from everywhere to support this kid. And again, he has a style, you know, in today's generation, everything is like right now. And he has that style where he gives the fans exactly what they want to see. And being a pay-per-view, being involved in pay-per-view, and people are paying their money.
That's what you
it's
want.
like, that's what they want to see. And he gives them excitement.
Right.
Just like, and I'm not comparing the two, just like Mike Tyson was when he was much younger.
Yeah.
He's a baby Tyson. Like,
Yeah,
that was
exactly.
when I first started watching.
They have
Like,
the style, and that's what I love about Tank, is that, you know, when he steps up in that ring, he ain't gonna play with it. He ain't gonna play with it. He ain't gonna fill you out. You know, he's coming there to knock your head all the way off.
I was at his last fight here in Atlanta, and I'm glad y'all came back. When he fought Gamboa, was it Gamboa?
Gamboa.
Man, and I'm talking about the stars came out. You was here. The baby brought him out, and the star. You know, I was right there ringside, and it wasn't the best performance, but everybody came out to support him, and it ain't like that in Atlanta. You have to be somebody in Atlanta for everybody to pull up and support you. Tank has Atlanta, and I'm glad y'all brought him back for this big fight, man, because the city loved him.
Yeah, and they showed us so much love. That's exactly why, you know, Floyd and Tank wanted to come back down here, because again, prior to when we came down here in 2019, Atlanta hadn't had a big fight in well over 20-some years in Holyfield. You know, so it was a great honor to come down here and do it in front of our culture. You know, and the energy in the building was just stupid. It was just stupid.
I almost got into it with somebody that night. I was so hyped.
We in Black Hollywood, man.
Yes,
we out here in Black Hollywood. What should we expect this weekend? What kind of problems does Barrios pose outside of the size advantage?
Well, the size advantage
means a lot.
It does mean a lot. And, you know, especially like if you saw them at the press conference or you seen any of the pictures with them standing, you know, next to each other. You know,
See, that reminds me. That shit reminds me of Tyson, though. Remember, Tyson always had to look up at his people, too. Like, Tyson was a little monster, too.
Barrios is 6 inches taller. He has a much longer reach. He has very good speed, and he has excellent power, and he's the much bigger fighter. You know, so it's a very dangerous fight, and that's why Tank, you know, he understands that it's a tremendous challenge, but, you know, that's what defining his legacy is all about. And there's no other fighter out there that can do what he's doing right now. You know, here it is that, his last fight against Santa Cruz was at 130 pounds, and he's moving up 2 weight classes.
That's a lot.
2 weight classes. You know, that's just kind of
You
like.
can actually walk around at that weight though, right?
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And you know, but what it's allowed him to do is to show this younger generation that you can put your mind to doing anything, and you know, he wants to be different and set a good example, because there was a lot of criticism from the haters out there that, you know, that Santa Cruz was, you know, much smaller.
Right.
So then he says, okay, well, let me go up 2 weight classes.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
You know, so you
Shut
gotta
y'all up.
Are you
yeah, you
happy
gotta
now?
give him,
Right.
give him his props if he's able to pull it off on Saturday night. It should be a tremendous fight, though. Tremendous fight.